All right, let's go. It's time to grow. You're either growing or you're dying, and dying is easy. Just stop living. Stay where you are. Death will just take over naturally. As the saying goes, some people die at 25, but they aren't buried until they're 75. Today, I want to help you live and grow even faster toward the person you want to become. This is the Next Simple Step Podcast. I'm Paul Goldsmith. Where you come from is not where you're going. If you've spent any time recently with your family of origin, as I have, or maybe you've hung out with some old friends from when you were younger, you know exactly what I mean. You're not the same person you were before. Neither are they. And good. If you've changed for the better, what an opportunity to celebrate how far you've come. And if not, that's okay. You're not out of the fight yet. You're still here. Your life isn't over. Maybe you've experienced some setbacks and disappointments, but you've kept going. Nothing in life goes as planned. As Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Even if you're down, you're not out yet. You get the tools you need as you go. New seasons require new tools. Just as running shoes wouldn't do much good for a baby learning to crawl, your life experience has prepared you for where you are now. Not for where you want to be in 10 years, but for the next step, the next year, the next 6 months, the next week. Just don't stop taking those next simple steps. When you're a kid, it's your parents' job to have the goals for you. But part of being a grown-up is accepting responsibility for your own growth. No one's going to do it for you. And whether you had a great relationship with your parents or not, it doesn't even matter. Accept where you are and the fact that you have agency to change. You have what it takes to go even further. Your parents' ceiling can be your floor. If you're a parent, you know you want your ceiling to be your kid's floor. That's certainly true for me. If you stay where your parents left off for you, you're going to stay immature, dependent, comfortable. But growth takes challenge, discipline, and a clear goal to make progress. Get better, not bitter, for any injustices that have happened along the way. That's real life. It's your choice. Sometimes people have known you for a long time. They assume you're the way they remember you, but you're not. Or perhaps they prefer that familiar version of your old self. I think that's sometimes why marriages don't work out, because one or both people in the relationship change and don't bring the other along with them. Or a partner doesn't want to embrace the new version of you. My wife and I just celebrated our 18th anniversary, and neither one of us is the same as we were in our early 20s, thank God. Each year we commit to being with the current version of ourselves, to embrace our partnership as it is now, not as it was before, and talk about our goals for the future. And just as you're growing or dying, the same is true for your relationships. You need common goals for the future. If you don't have a goal, work toward finding one. There's nothing more invigorating for a relationship than working toward a common goal. Just make sure you don't have too many goals at once. It will overwhelm you. Having more than a handful of goals at a time isn't even real. It's not possible. You might have hopes or aspirations, but not real, achievable goals. I know because I'm guilty of this. I have this tendency to want to do everything all at once, to jump straight to the finish line. But it's not sustainable. You end up burning out. If you're anything like me, try narrowing down your goals to the top 3 most important to you for your personal development right now. You don't need more time or information to crush your goals. You just need a clear path to fewer goals. The best way to learn how the real world works is by entering it. So by trying things and getting feedback, learning what works and what doesn't. Just take, for example, if you want to be a better parent, you could spend endless days reading parenting blogs or listening to podcasts or even studying other parents. Or you could just do what you know to be true to spend time with your kid. Set a time-based goal each week of maybe spending an hour playing games or going on an adventure or doing an activity that your kid likes to do with them. Just be with your kid. Be present, show up, and do the work. The same is true in every sphere of life. Certainly in business, the more goals you have at once, the more average you are. Sometimes it takes a very clear goal and differentiation about what you're not going to be. Scarcity of goal creates value, and the probability of success skyrockets. So take some time today to decide what your goals are, your most important goals for the next 6 months, for the balance of this year, and then decide what it's going to take to grow, to be the best version of yourself, and commit to the process, but don't quit. Your life is valuable. You've changed before and grown. You can do it again, even bigger this time, faster this time. What do you have to lose? Maybe some bad habits or the expectations of others. You are 100% responsible for your own growth. Don't let anyone hold you back from being the best version of yourself. Let's go. Let's grow. If you'd like some encouragement and coaching with your goals, send a text to 559-574-3210 or stop by thenextsimplestep.com to schedule a free discovery coaching call with me, Paul Goldsmith. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time on the Next Simple Step Podcast.